I said that right. You cannot replace anything with me. And then also you cannot replace me with anything. Nothing will ever amount to Abba. So you cannot use anything to replace him. When you walk with Abba, just like when it talks about Ecclesiastes 2, that nothing compares to divine wisdom, you begin to understand that everything is nothing. And everything is literally chaff to the wind compared to God, compared to the wisdom that he gives, compared to the love that he gives, his presence alone. My God. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And it's not to say that these things don't hurt when you lose loved ones, when you lose things, when you lose, the home, when you lose the vehicle. It's not to say that these things don't hurt, but you bring that hurt to Abba and you understand that that is not what you're standing on. You're standing on Abba. And because you're standing on Abba and that's that firm foundation, it doesn't matter if you lose this or that. This is where you're able to pivot. You're able to relinquish the house if he needs you to relinquish the house. You're able to relinquish the vehicle if he's able to relinquish the vehicle. And a lot of times when you keep him first and you keep him centered, a lot of times you're not necessarily being stripped of those things. He cuts the heads off of idols. When you begin to idolize it, he removes it out the way and it's not going to take his place. He shares his glory with no one. So you're not going to be able to allow anything or anyone to take his place. When you're able to be in that posture of being submitted and in subjection to him, and you're able to pivot and flow with him, a lot of times you're not necessarily not to say you're not giving up things, you're not shutting down things as he's leading you to do so, but anytime that he's removing something, he's always going to give it back better, or he's going to restore it better, or he's going to resurrect it better, or he's going to give you something better. It's thank you, Holy Spirit. I talked about this before. I believe it's in like the very first videos, like all the way to the bottom. But he was showing me that space of that bear, that little viral picture of Jesus bending down and he holding this big bear behind his back, but the little girl being upset because she had to give away her little bear. And that's how we be. Oh my gosh, you're so good. You're so good. That's how we be. We be sitting here like so upset about this little bear, not realizing the breakthrough, not realizing the healing, not realizing the the provision and whatnot, the revelation that is actually behind just relinquishing and letting go that little bear. Because once we let go of that little bear, just like he had behind him, it was a bigger bear. And when he asks you for that bigger bear, he has a bigger bear. It never gets old. It never gets old. You will never be able to see all of it. You could live for 1,000 years and Abba will still have more to show you because he's infinite.